Okay, we'll continue with the class. So in the yesterday's class, we were discussing about the different tests on cement. Correct. So which are those? Which are the tests on cement? Can anybody answer? Which are the tests on cement? Which are the tests on cement?
Standard consistency of cement.
Standard consistency of cement. Very good. Then
Setting time of
setting time. Again, that setting time will divide in two parts: initial setting time and final setting time. Very good. Then yes. Apart from this, soundness test, fineness test. Correct. Then compressive strength test. Am I right? Specific gravity test. So by finding out the normal consistency, what and all other tests we can conduct? Yesterday I have noted down here. Which apparatus is this? This slide is visible to you, right? Which apparatus is this? What's the name? Nobody
Initial
knows.
setting time.
Okay, this apparatus is used to find out the initial setting time. Correct. But the name of this apparatus will be using in three tests. One is with normal consistency, and then initial setting time, final setting time. What's the name of this setup or apparatus?
Wicket apparatus.
Ravi,
Hello.
very good, Ravi. It's Vicat apparatus. Okay, so by this Vicat apparatus, first we'll find out normal consistency. Clear? So once you find out this normal consistency, that is denoted by P. Correct. So where and all we can use this value P in which other experiments, so that the things will get clear to you. By taking this value, it will helpful while finding out the initial setting time. Correct. And then even the soundness test, compressive strength test. Correct. So by conducting these tests, this value we can use in other test also. So you need to know this part very carefully. First, we need to find out the value of P, that is, we'll conduct the normal consistency test, and the same thing it will be useful in other test also. So yesterday's procedure is very clear to you, right? In normal consistency is nothing but what? The amount of water required to make the standard cement paste. So that amount which is measured in terms of percentage. Clear? At what percentage you will get the standard cement paste. That percentage of the water we need to find out in this normal consistency test. Clear? We have added the known quantity of the water by making several trials. First we have conducted for 25%, 26, 27, 28. We goes on increasing 1%, and then we have noted down the initial reading as well as the final reading. Clear? So now at 1 percentage, you will get the those particular results. How much it should be? That penetration value. That penetration value, it should be with the standard limits. How much it should be? At last, you will get one penetration value. Anybody knows? Yes. You should goes on conducting that experiment so that at 1 percentage you have to stop that trials. At what penetration value you will stop that? test? Nobody knows. I said that penetration value it should be 33 to 35 mm. Correct? So you should goes on adding the percentage of water and you have to note down every trial's initial reading as well as the final reading. At 1% of water, you will get the penetration value at last, that is 33 to 35 mm. So at what percentage you will get this result? No, that value is only your p value. Got it? At 1% of the water, you will get these results in this wicket apparatus. Clear? So that percentage only the value of P. Clear? So now you have to note down for normal consistency, we have to use this plunger. Clear? And for initial setting time test, we have to use the needle. For initial setting time, we have to use this needle which is already attached. That needle dimension which is 1 mm diameter. Clear? So the distance, I mean the diameter of this needle will be 1 mm and length will be 50 mm. Length will remain same. Only the thing is the diameter. So here the plunger diameter is 10 mm. Do not get confused. Plunger diameter is 10 mm, whereas needle diameter it is 1 mm and length will remain same in both needle as well as plunger. Yeah. So this one which is used to conduct the normal consistency test and this needle which is used for the initial setting time test. So now we'll start with the procedure part. Wait for a while, I will change with one more slide. Okay. This fresh slide is visible to everyone, right? The full screen slide. It's not visible. Okay. Wait for a while. Okay. So now I will share that screen. So now this slide is visible, the fresh slide. Can somebody please answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So now we'll start with initial setting time test. So for initial setting time test, we need the value of P, that is normal consistency. Assume that this is 32%. Yeah. So for 32%, we got those results, that is penetration value 33 to 35 mm from top. Yeah. So now we'll go with the initial setting time test. For that, again, we have to take the known quantity of the cement. Correct? The cement content, I am going to consider 400 gram only. Clear? Cement, we are going to consider 400 grams. And then for that, we need to add the water content. So water content, how much we need to take? As per the Indian Standard Code Book, we need to consider 0.85 times of P. P is nothing but the normal consistency. This is 32%. All right. So how much it will be? The water content. Just calculate it. 0.85 times of normal consistency. For that, we need to add, I mean, that is for the known quantity of the cement, that is 400. How much you'll get? Yes, how much you'll get? Don't have calculator? Somebody answer. It is 108 ml. 108.8 ml. So have you got 0.85? P is 32, that is in terms of percentage. So 32 divided by 100 you have to make, and then multiply by the known quantity of the cement. Clear? But in the normal consistency, directly you are going to take for this entire cement quantity with 100% of water content. Now, as per the Indian Standard Code books, they have preferably taken this 0.85 times of normal consistency instead of one entire P. We are about to take 0.85 times of P, so you will get 108 ml. Clear? So now you need to add this cement, 400 grams of cement, and then 108 ml of water, and you need to fill in this measuring cylinder or this vacuum mold. Yeah, so in this vacuum mold, you will fill that cement paste. Clear? That mixing time again it should not be less than 3 minutes, and it should not be more than 5 minutes. Clear? So that much you have to understand. The procedure is again similar. So now in this wicket apparatus, instead of the plunger, we have used the molds. Sorry, we have used the needles. Okay, that needle dimension is 1 mm diameter and then 50 mm length. So what's the difference between this plunger as well as the needle with respect to the operation? So here, which is going to resist within the cement paste, which won't penetrate so easily. But here, this needle directly, which is going to touches to this bottom plate. Clear? So because cement will be in a most consistency in its nature, I mean it is with a standard cement paste. So when this needle will get penetrate, obviously it is going to reaches to this bottom plate. Clear? So now what you need to note down in the normal consistency test, you have noted down the percentage of water required to make the standard cement paste. So now in this initial setting time, you need to note down the time. So time you have to note down. So at what time you will get those results? Those results in the sense the penetration value 33 to 35 mm from top. So for that, for every 5 minutes you need to note down. So this is time, and this is initial reading, and this is final reading, as well as at last you will note down the penetration value. Clear? So here this time you need to note down. This is time. So first 5 minutes. 5 minutes from when you are going to measure the time. So soon after adding water to this cement, this time will get start. Okay. So as per the rules, that mixing time within the 5 minutes, right? So for the first 5 minutes, what will be the reading? That one you have to note down. Clear? So we will note down for 5 minutes what will be the reading. Initially it will be 40 only. Yeah. So initially it is going to, I said I have drawn a diagram here, right? So which will be in this way. So initially this is 50 and this is 40 and this is 30 and this is 20, this is 10 and this is 0. Clear? So now this reading, whatever it shows, okay, this is 10 now. This is 10 and then this is 0. So initially that needle will be here. I mean the reading what you are going to take. So it will be at here. So once you drop this pin or release this pin, you need to note down where exactly it is going to touch. Of course, as per our experiments, this entire indicator which is going to reach to the 0 itself, because concrete will be in a consistency in its nature. I mean it's in most fluid in its nature. Okay, so the initial reading will be 40 and final reading will be 0. So what will be the penetration value now? 40 mm. Clear? 40 mm you got. So now, however, the time it is going to increase, that cement will get hardened. Clear? For 10 minutes also might be you may get the same results. For 15 minutes, for every 5 minutes of time interval, you need to note down the readings, initial readings as well as the final readings. When you deduct this initial readings, in initial reading, at final reading, you will get the penetration value. Clear? So now, like that, you will note down for every 5 minutes time interval. Clear? At 40 minutes, might be you may get initial reading as 40 and final reading as 39. That means what? That bottommost 1 mm it got set. Clear? I mean that it is going to set when however the time which is going to increase, like that, that concrete will starts with the hydration process and it is going to set. Correct? So at some time interval you will get a certain result. You don't know at what time you may get these results, but at what time you will get these results, that is either 5 or 6 or 7. Means this indicator it should reaches at this part. This is 5, 0, 5 and 10, right? This is 6 and this is 7. So in between these three it should come and reaches. Till that you should do the trials. This needle it may get touches either any of these three. This is 5, 6, 7. Clear? So when it will touches these results, I mean these readings, you will get your penetration value as 33 to 35. Correct? Because 40 minus 5 it will be 35. 40 minus 6 it will be 34. It is it in between the range, that is 33 to 35. And then 40 minus 7 it will be 33. Clear? So you will get the penetration value between these range, so that this needle it should get reaches any of these three. Clear? So at what time you will get these results? No, that time only your initial setting time. Clear? So you have to note down in this way. Got it? The procedure is similarly as you have done the procedure. I mean followed the procedure in the normal consistency. First you will take the known quantity of the water, sorry, known quantity of the cement, and then for that, by using the formula that is 0.85 times of P, that is with the known quantity of the cement, you will get 108 ml. So if you have changed this 300 ml, of course for 300 ml it will get changes. But the proportionality as well as the liquidity property, it will be same in that cement paste. Clear? So once you take this cement and water, you will add water to the cement and you have to note down the time. And within 3 to 5 minutes you will mix that and you will place that one in the briquette mold here. Clear? And then you will level this one to 40, so that this needle it should be reaches to the 40, the readings 40. And then later for first 5 minutes, soon after adding the water, what will be the reading you are going to note down? You will note down the initial reading, you will note down the final reading, initial minus final, you will note down the penetration value. So like that, for every 5 minutes time interval, you goes on taking the readings. For 10 minutes, what will be the reading? 15 minutes, what will be the reading? So like that, at one time period, you will get the results like this 5, 6, 7, so that the penetration value will be 33 to 35 mm. So that time you need to stop that procedure and you need to do the final calculation, that is initial setting time will be this one. So at what time you will get the results? No, that time only your initial setting time. Yeah, procedure is clear. Everyone understood? At least
Yes,
say
sir.
yes or no, so that I will come to know. Else I will repeat the procedure if you do, if you have not understood properly. Everyone, it's understood. Ravi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Others, if somebody have not understood, please let me know, so that if it not understood properly, I will repeat it. It's understood, right? Others, please unmute and you can speak up. Be free. Yes. Shabazz. Save a message. Yes. At least if you don't want to speak, at least put the message in the chat box. We'll come to know your opinion. Okay, so this is how you are going to conduct the initial setting time test. So why we require this initial setting time in the practical part? Once you find out the initial setting time, so within that particular duration, you can complete all the works which comes under in this concrete or cement. For example, first you will take the ingredients to prepare the concrete, cement, sand, coarse aggregate, and that. And once you add the water, it start liberating the heat as well as it is going to set. Clear? So before setting at the initial stage, you have to complete certain works. Like you need to mix it properly, all the ingredients, and then you need to transport it from the mixing plate to the place to the required location, and then from the required location you need to place to the certain structures like columns, beams, slabs, and all, and then you need to go with the compaction process. Then you need to finish it properly. So to complete this all work, concrete should be workable. It should not get hardened. So by conducting this initial setting time, we'll come to know within this particular time we need to complete those all activities, whatever it will comes under in this concrete part. Yeah. So that's the main reason to conduct this test. That is the applications what it will get in the site. Yeah, and final set time it will be very easy. Instead of this needle, we will remove and will place this enlarged view of needle. That is this one. Clear? This needle we need to attach at this wicket apparatus, and that dimensions will be having in this way. That is bottom diameter will be 5 mm, and then we don't have the proper shape for this. This is rectangular and this is circular, correct? But this is the irregular shape what we can see. The dimensions have been provided in this way. So once we place this enlarged view of needle to this, and for every 30 minutes we need to note down that reading. So no need to note down the reading here, just you need to place release this pin which one is attached by this enlarged view of needle, right? So no mark should be available on the cement. So at what time those marks it won't be available on the cement paste, no? For that you can note down that is the final setting time. So inundation in the sense in the cement and all, once it get hardened, whatever you write, it won't be visible there. Clear? Means it will get hardened. That's the final setting time. And when it is still wet and whatever you write from the sharp edges, what it happens, that marks will be available on that surfaces. Here, so now in this final setting time, at what time those marks will not be available when you release the enlarged view of needle, that time is your final setting time. So that's very simple when comparing with initial setting time test. Here, and this is all the procedure they have given. You need to take here they have taken 500 grams, and then as per the 500 grams they can mix the cement paste so that the water content will get vary there. So here for 400 gram you have taken 108.3 ml, correct? So the same thing when you have taken 500 gram, that water content will get changes, and when you have taken 300 gram, that water content will get changes. Here, as per the known quantity of the cement, that water will get changes. Okay, but cement paste will be having same consistency. So here 0.85 times of water which is required for initial setting time, and then this mixing time they have given, that is 3 to 5 minutes. Just I am briefing out the points whatever I have noted down here. Clear? And some standards things will be there. So you have to note down the time at soon after adding the water to the cement paste, and then the temperature we need to maintain 27 degree plus or minus 2. That is the room temperature, because that is also it is going to vary a lot when you will use this cement paste in high rise temperatures like 45-50 degree. That cement is going to set at the earlier time. Okay, that time you won't get to know the proper initial setting time during that temperature, because at the exterior of heat that concrete will get hardened at the earlier time, correct? So because of that reason we need to maintain the standard temperature, that is 27 degree plus or minus 2. Clear? And the lower the needle, that is C, is like they have given the needle dimensions here. This is needle C, this is plunger G, and this is needle F. Clear? So they have given the different name for this. Clear? So this needle dimension is 1 mm, and then the length will be 50 mm, plunger diameter will be 10 mm, and then the length will be 50 mm. Clear? And then allow it to penetrate into the test block in the beginning. The needle will completely pass through the test block. And then, but after some time when the paste starts losing its plasticity, clear? The needle may penetrate only to a depth of 33 to 35 mm from the top. I shown you in this, right? So this needle, I mean, which will penetrate, but you can note down the reading by through this indicator. So this indicator initially it will touches here to the 0 point, and then however the time goes, it will comes and it will stands here. So for that, every 5 minutes you need to conduct the trial. Clear? So at certain time you will get 33 to 35 mm penetration from the top. That one you can note down as initial setting time. And then the final setting time for that, you can replace the needle C from F. I have given you the brief introduction about that. And cement shall be considered as finally set when upon lowering the attachment gently that cover the surface of the test block, and the center needle makes an impression while the circular cutting edge of the attachment fails to do. It means what? That impression, whatever it will be available, that impression, it should not be available. So that time we can say that this is the final setting time. Clear? So through this Vicat apparatus, we can conduct normal consistency, that is the percentage of water required to make the standard cement paste, and then initial setting time as well as the final setting time. Understand? So next we'll go with one more test, that is strength test. So strength test, as I told in the explaining the properties of the cement. Clear? So while explaining properties of the cement, that is when the matter comes with respect to the strength, I told we need to take cement as well as sand just to find out the property of the cement strength. Okay, so I have given you the reason also why we prefer sand and which type of standard sand we'll prefer. That is just because of when you have used only the cement paste, soon after the demolding process, you can see the shrinkage within the structures. I mean, that cement block which is going to change its volume after certain time. So when you have added the proper amount of sand, which is going to give the proper shape to that, and no cracks will be available during that part. Yeah. So now we need to conduct this compressive strength test. For that, what and all you need to note down. So I will explain this entire procedure once I complete. So here I will give the brief procedure about that. So first you need to consider the mold which we need to conduct test. So that mold size will be, that is 70.6 bar 70.6 into 70.6. So this is, it is in terms of mm. Huh? Okay, this is the dimensions of that mold. And now we need to take the cement and sand in the proportion of 1:3. Clear? We need to consider the standard cement paste. So for that we need to take 1 part of C and then 3 part of sand. Okay, this is sand. So I'm writing through the mouse so that letters it won't be proper, just you understand the concept. So 1:3 now. For example, here they have given the known quantities of the cement. So how much they need to consider. You can take any proportions, but as per the laboratory considerations, here we can take 200 grams of cement, and what will be the quantities of the sand here? How much? How much will be the sand quantity now? When C stands with 200 grams, what will be the sand quantity? 1:3.
600.
600. Okay. So 600 grams will be the sand. Correct? So now this sand, how you need to consider as per the Indian Standard Code book. I have given you the brief discussion about this. This 600 grams you need to take in three parts. That is 2 mm passing, 1 mm retained, or else just I am writing here passing and retained. That is of quantity 200 grams. How much? 200. And similarly 1 mm passing, 500 micron retained, that is of 200 grams. Here, and then 500 micron passing, and then 90 microns retained. This is 90 microns retained, that is 200 grams. So we need to take the sands in three different variations, that is with respect to sieve size. So why we prefer this sieve sizes only? So as per the Indian Standard Code books, when you prefer this, it is going to give the well graded sand. Means you cannot place all the sand particles with the same size. So that sizes should be very such that you can reduce the number of the gaps. Here I mean the percentage of the gaps as well as the voids within the structures. Understand? So this 600 grams we can take in this way: 2 mm passing, 1 mm retained, that is of 200 grams, and 1 mm passing, 500 microns retained, 200 grams, and then 500 microns passing, 90 microns retained, that is of 200 grams. Total it is 600 grams. Clear? So now you need to take 200 grams of cement, 600 grams of sand, and then you need to find out the water quantity now. So water quantity you can find out by using the formula, that is P by 4 plus 3, P which is in terms of percentage, and then the quantities of cement as well as the sand. So this is purely belongs to the total quantities how much you are going to consider, that is cement as well as the sand. 200 grams of cement plus 600 grams of sand. Okay, so now P which is in terms of percentage. So substitute the values, you will get the results. P you can consider as 32. So 32 divided by 4 plus 3 divided by 100, or else 32 divided by 100 also you can do, anything you can prefer, right? And then so P by 4, this percentage it won't come here, actually it will comes for throughout this part. P by 4 plus 3, that is 32 divided by 4 plus 3, that is in terms of percentage, so divided by 100 into 800 grams will be the total quantities of cement as well as the sand. So you will get around 88 ml of water. How much? 88 ml. So now what you need to do? You need to take 200 grams of cement, 600 grams of sand, that is with the given description, and then we can use the formula P by 4 plus 3, that is of the total quantities of the other ingredients, cement and sand. So you will get 88 ml of water. So togetherly, you need to go with first dry mix of this cement and sand, and then you need to add 88 ml of water. So we will prepare that cement paste, and then you need to fill this one in this mold. So this mold size is as per this 70 by 6, 70 by 6, and then 70 by 6. Clear? So within this particular mold, you need to place the cement and sand paste in 3 layers. Each layer is tamped by 25 times. Here, so 25 times you need to provide the tamping by using the tamping rod having the dimension 16 mm diameter and then 600 mm in its length. Here, so by using that, you can go with the 25 times of tamping. Clear? And then you need to level this particular surfaces, and you need to leave this one for 24 hours. For 24 hours, we need to leave this entire mold, and then after 24 hours, you need to demold the process. You need to demold this cube. We will call this one as a cube, correct? So we'll demold this cube, and this cube we need to give it for the proper curing period. Okay, so when we have prepared 3 cubes, clear. So one cube we will keep this one for 3 days curing, so that compressive strength for 3 days you will come to know, and one more cube you can keep it for 7 days, and one more cube you can keep it for 28 days. Clear? So for 3 days, 7 days, and 28 days, we can prepare the required number of cubes. We can prepare 3 cubes for 3 days curing, 3 cubes for 7 days curing, and then 3 cubes for 28 days of curing. Clear? So as per the requirement. And after the 28 days, we'll remove that cube, and we'll keep that one for sunlight, so that whatever the water content will be there, it should be drained off. No water content should be present within this particular cube. Okay, so we need to keep this one in CTM machine. Clear? In CTM machine, we need to place that cube, and we need to apply the load gently on that cube, and then at certain load, the cement cube will get cracked. So that load you need to note down. That is in terms of Newton or kilonewton. Clear? So this P value you will be note down. This P is nothing but load, not normal consistency. This load you will be noting down, and then you will be knowing the formula for strength, that is compressive strength, that is load by area, correct? It is P by A. P, which is in terms of kilonewton, area in terms of mm square. Area you will be knowing, that is 70 by 6, and then 70 by 6. You can consider the same area here, and then you will find out the compressive strength in terms of Newton per mm square. So this is what the procedure of the compressive strength. So you will come to know in this way. So this is regarding the compressive strength test. So for this, they have preferably taken 185 grams and 3 times more than this, in the sense 1:3. This is 1 and this is 3 part. It will be 555. They can consider any quantities, but the thing is like that cement paste and all, it should be with the same proportionality. Yeah, and then here you can take the water quantity, that is P by 4 plus 3% of the combined weight of cement as well as the sand. So that is what this formula, the water content, what they have given. And then they need to consider the Ennore sand. Ennore sand is nothing but, that is in this formation, that is 2 mm passing 1 mm retained, 1 mm passing 500 microns retained, and then this 590 microns. Yeah, and then that mixing time, it should not be less than 3 minutes, and it should not be more than 4 minutes. That condition also, it has to be satisfied. And here they have given in terms of centimeter, the same thing it will be in terms of 70 by 70.6 mm. Okay, and the area multiplied by this 7.06 into 7.06, that gives 50 square centimeter. And then compact the mortar either by hand compaction, or else any compacting or vibrating equipments are there, that one also you can consider. And even they have given the specifications for that vibrating equipment also, that is 12,000 rotation per minute. That is for, like that you need to go with for 2 minutes. And this particular test, it should conduct within the room temperature, that is 27 degree plus or minus 2. Clear? And then after the 24 hours, the cubes are to be removed and then mold immersed in the clean fresh water until taken out for testing. So here several tests they have given, that is 3 days, 7 days, and 8 days. Here 3 days, and then 7 days, and even for 28 days. So here actually compressed strength for 1 day we won't get it, because for the normal cement we won't get it like that. Different grades of cement they have given, and then even the physical characteristics also they have given for this as per the test how it will be. We have done with the fineness test, and then setting time, and even the compressive strength also. So that one it will get vary with various different types of cement. Yes, different types of cements they have given as per that different physical you may get at the end. Clear? And then soundness test. So here, which is very important, that soundness test why we are going to conduct. I said in the part of properties. So when the water added with cement, it starts with the hydration process, and after some time, that concrete it will get shrinks. Clear? I mean the change of volume you may takes place. Either it may get expands or else either it may get shrinks because of the percentage of water content whatever you have used. So the same thing we are going to check here. That is, it is very important that the cement after the setting it shall not undergo any applicable appreciable change of volume. There will not be any change within this volume structures. So certain cements have been found to undergo the large expansion after setting with a causing the disruption of the set as well as the hardened mass. So some cements will be there after the setting, it is going to expand a lot. So when that cases happens, what it happens, it is it goes above the formwork whatever they have provided. Formwork in the sense within that particular sections the concrete will be poured like wooden frames and all what they have placed, and then within that concrete will pour now. So those supports, I mean the molds which is prepared by the various materials for that supports, we'll call it as formwork. So which will goes above the formwork, and that time which may feel very difficulties to check with the given design aspects like the in dimensions it will get vary, and even in the high rise buildings and all, when that it is going to expand and it is going to touches the neighborhood structural element, and then the cracks may get appears. So that is going to cause the serious difficulties for the durability part, because sometimes it is going to expand and that is like a weakened structures. There when you have had the when you will have the junk foods, obviously the weight will get reduced, but that is not for the good cause. Some or other things may get happens to you, right? So to do that, it should not get expands, and then the good qualities of the cement it should be used, and that it should not expand a lot. So now in this test what we need to check, how much percentage it is going to expand than the original one. So we are going to conduct that test. So now the testing of soundness, I mean the test of soundness of the cement, that is to ensure the cement that does not show any appreciable subsequent expansions of the prime importance, that it should not go under much expansion. So that one we need to check it. Okay. So in this particular part, we'll check the how much percentage of expansion we can takes place. We can find out in this. That one we'll be checking in this test. So now we'll go with this part. So here in this apparatus, you can see the apparatus which is shown in the figure, that is consist of a small split cylinder. Wait, this is small split cylinder that is consisting of spring brass or other suitable material within its structures. And it is 30 mm in its diameter. This is the front view what you can see. This is the 30 mm is the height, and here they have given 30 mm is the diameter and then 30 mm is the height. So here you can check the diameter. Both are same. Huh? This is the top view and this is the side view. Clear? And then 30 mm is the height. And on other side, what you can see, they are attached with two indicators. Here, so here you can see the two indicators, one and second. Here, and they are having around 165 mm length. The length of these indicators are 165 mm. Okay, and they are with the pointed ends. So now what we need to do, first we need to take the cement, the known quantities of the cement, and then we need to add a water content of 0.78. So there 0.85, which is used for initial setting time, and then P by 4 plus 3, that is used for compressive strength. But here in here in the soundness test, 0.78 times of P, what we are going to use in this soundness test. Yeah. So now we need to prepare the cement paste and we have to fill in this cylinder. Okay. That is the split cylinder, what we can call split cylinder. In the split cylinder, we need to place that cement paste. So after placing that, we need to keep this one for 24 hours. How much? After placing this one in this cylinder, we need to wait it for 24 hours. So after the 24 hours, this entire setup, we need to keep this one in the hot water. So that hot water, it should be for about 3 hours. That hot water temperature will be around 45 degrees Celsius to 50 degree Celsius. So within that particular temperature, we need to keep this one for 3 hours. And then after 3 hours, again we'll remove it and we'll wait that one for the cooling purpose. And within a certain period of time, it will get cool around 1 hour to 2 hours. Okay, depends upon the property of the cement. Okay, and then again we need to keep this one in the water bath next for 24 hours, and after that you need to check how much it is going to expand. I mean the distance between these two indicators you need to measure. Yeah, so because that shows how much it is going to expand from this particular split cylinder. So that one you can measure by using the distance between these two indicators. If it is got expands, of course it will be in this way. Clear? So like this it may be, and it is going to expand, and then that time you need to measure the distance between these two indicators, and that one you can note down, and it should not be more than 10 mm. So that's the case between here. So if it is less than 10 mm, so that is the permissible limit of the cement. After a certain temperature changes, it is going to expand. So that one it can be checked by conducting this test. The similar thing they have explained the procedure here. Consists of small splits, correct, and then the dimensions of height as well as the diameter and 165 mm length of the indicators, and then the considering the water quantity 0.78 times, and then keeping that one for that test it should be conduct for in the temperature of 27 degrees Celsius to 32, that is for 24 hours, and then measure the distance between the indicator points. So after this, first we need to measure the distance between the indicator. So then that one also we need to note down, and then after that again we need to place that one in the water for the after the boiling process, and then providing we need to around 45 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius for about 3 hours, and then we need to note down the indicator distance again, so how much it will get changes. Yeah, so it should not be more than 10 mm when compared to this. So this is how we are going to conduct the test on this. Yep, this much you should not be exceeds 10 mm for ordinary rapid hardening and low heat Portland cements. If in case you have seen the expansion cement, so in case the expansion is more than 10 mm as tested the above, that cement is said to be unsound. Here, soundness and unsoundness, what we can call. So again, various tests are there for this process, and then the heat of hydration test, that is the next test what we are going to conduct on this cement. And then it is estimated that about 120 calories of heat which is going to liberate for 1 gram of cement. Clear? And test for the heat of hydration which is essentially required to be carried out for low heat cement only, because we need to check how much heat which is going to provide. So for this, the test is to be carried out over a few days by vacuum flask methods, or over a longer period in an adiabatic calorimeter. These are the instruments just to use to measure this heat of hydration, how much which is going to liberate. Okay, this then when they tested that in a standard manner, the heat of hydration of low heat Portland cement that shall not be more than 65 calorie per gram, that is for 7 days, and after 28 days it should not be more than 75 calorie per gram for the same cement paste. So the test description and all, it's not much required for this heat of hydration, because the work which will not be there much in this. Only the thing is, just you need to prepare the cement paste, and then we need to keep that one in that machine, like the flask methods as well as the adiabatic calorimeter. So that we can check cement. Okay, and then the chemical compositions, of course we have discussed this one so many times before starting. I mean, soon after starting the class, we have shown you the total percentage of the cement components like calcium oxide, SiO2, Fe2O3, Al2O3, MgO, right? So that table, that one we need to check by taking the cement sample, and both oxide compositions and compound compositions of the cement, even that one also it has been discussed how exactly that it should be there, and ultimately at last it is going to provide CSH gel along with that calcium hydroxide. Yeah. So test certificate, it's like when you are having the thorough setup for all the conducting test by using the different laboratory equipments. So they are going to assign the certain certificates for that particular cement, and then these are the test results as per the Indian standard code books. Okay, they have given how much that results it should be. So I will share you the code book. If you want, you can check that one. So physical analysis as well as the chemical analysis. So in the physical analysis, you will come to know all the properties like fineness, soundness, and then initial setting time, final setting time, and then compressive strength, everything. Yeah. So here they have given C, the soundness, which is 303 meters square per kg, but it should not be less than 225 per kg. Even they have given the Indian Standard Code Book here 12269 1987. So initial setting time, you can check it out. Initial setting time, this is 130 minutes, but it should not be less than 30 minutes. Whereas final setting time, they have got the results. These are the approximative results, and they are going to compare this one with these codes. I mean the requirements as per the Indian Standard Code books. Then final setting time, it is 195 minutes, but as per the code book, it should not be more than 600 minutes, then it is permissible. And then compressive strength, 42.3 MPa, that is for 3 days, 51 for 7 days, 28 for 28 days curing, that is with 71.3. So it should not be less than these circumstances as per the Indian standard code books. And the standard consistency 29.7, but we can't say at what percentage we'll get, and we don't have any limits for this standard consistency, even though it may come at 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Even for some cement samples it will come 35 also, so that is going to absorb more water content. And similarly, that chemicals and all, they have provided up to a certain limits as per this. Here it should not crosses these limits, all the chemicals which are present like lime, calcium oxide, alumina, and then iron ratio they have provided, then loss on ignition, insoluble residue, sulfuric anhydride, Yeah, those all things we have studied already, and even we have studied the limits also. It's just like the general information, whatever these tables they have given. Okay, the aggregate parts we'll discuss in the next class. So if you are having any doubts in regardance with this test on cement, just you can put me a text, else you can raise hand and you can ask the questions. So this completes the cement part in module 1. Clear? So from tomorrow we'll start with aggregates, again coarse aggregate, fine aggregate, and then water, then the admixtures. Clear? So basically the module 1 takes a lot of time to complete because we need to go, as I told in the earlier class, we need to go a bit slow just to understand the basic concepts. Yeah. So I think one more still 8 to 10 class we require to complete this. No issues. We have sufficient time. We'll try to manage, and the things it has to be understand to you people. Yeah. So just put name and USN in the chat box. And if you don't have any queries, you can disconnect the call. Yes. If you people are having any doubts, just you can clarify those things, else you can disconnect the call. Shivani, Sanskrit, and Suraj.